The pots are long gone. The honeymoons are fading. The reality has set in. Episode 5 through 8 of Love is Blind UK Season 2 gives us breakups, family drama, emotional chaos, and maybe, just maybe, a glimpse of true love. Let's break it all down. Starting with Jven and Katisha. Jven told the other man that he had not yet told Katisha that I love you, calling it a heavy word. He admitted to the other man that he needs more time. Katisha acknowledged that living together is gonna be difficult to navigate and states that both she and Jven were open to walking away if marriage did not feel right before the wedding. The history of their love triangle still continues, as Katisha had initially shown interest in Demola before ultimately deciding to go with Jven. The sudden shift raised questions amongst the group and left Jven wondering about the strength of their decision. Later, Jven directly asked Katisha about what she had told Demola that led him to believe she might choose him over Jven. Katisha initially explained that the other couples were questioning her and she did not want them to create a story for her. Jven, however, pressed further, pointing out that her decision had shifted in a 24-hour period, which gave people a reason to wonder. Katisha initially admitted that she had in fact told Demola not to worry. Jven then asked Katisha to meet up with Demola just to clear the air. Indeed, Katisha, trying to save a relationship or whatever they have with Jven, she admits, or rather she agrees to meet up with Demola. On the meetup, they hash things out, and Demola does say that he feels like he was blindsided because, in all honesty, he did not see the decision coming whereby Katisha would choose Jven over him. Again, Katisha goes back home, talk things through with Jven. They later met up with Jven's family, where Jven's sister explained to us that Jven is a forever smiling person. You can never guess and you can never really tell when Jven is angry or upset, because Jven always and forever pulls up this face. One thing for sure, Jven's sister was not lying to us, because the glimpse that we have experienced of Jven is always and forever smiling and absolutely not taking this experience seriously. Later on in the mixer, now this is where their relationship gets tested for real. Now in the mixer, where everyone else will come and meet up, it's a hi or it's a greet and meet, everyone in the pods will meet up. Again, Sophie shows up. Amazingly or surprisingly, Jven shows interest in Sophie, which I did not see it coming. Demola again also shows up in the mix-up. She does have a quick chat with Katisha, but Demola also wanted to chat with Jven. Demola says that even though there's circumstances were not really favoring him, but it was a blessing in disguise that he did not end up with Katisha, because he does not want a girl who would just switch up on him like that on the last minute. However, Demora also questioned if really Katisha would not do the same thing to Jven. Again, Katisha has been trying so hard to keep the relationship together, and she goes initiating that her and Jven needs to have dinner together almost every day. Again, Jven distances himself, says that he has a very busy schedule. He will not be able to have dinner almost every day with Katisha. Katisha says, don't worry, I go to gym late hours, so this means we can have dinner later on. Again, Jven says that he actually sleeps very early. By 9 or 10, he will be in bed. If you ask me, this was saying, get a hint, Katisha. I do not want to spend more time with you. Now, when we all think we have seen the worst of Jven surprises us even more. Now, in the mixer, the new ladies are walking in, and guess what? Jven is interested in almost every lady. Jven is having a flirtatious conversation with Anu, and I'm like, oh, okay, this means Jven is interested in Anu. Listen, things just flip within seconds as soon as the new lady walks in, which is Yolanda. Anu is like, why are you looking? Are you interested in Yolanda? Jven does not give an answer. Instead, he laughs. This to me says he is very much interested to this lady here who is Yolanda. And of course, guess what Jven does? Jven goes and have a chat with Yolanda, a flirtatious chat. I'm like, okay. And guess what? Her fiance, who is Katisha, keeps on giving him looks that says, babe, I am not okay with you having flirtatious conversations with other women. As soon as a new woman walks in, which is Sophie, which initially I thought Sophie have unresolved issues with Kieran, but no. Jven jumps in and says things like, oh, Sophie is hot. Sophie is the lady that I would normally approach in the bar. And guess what Jven does? Jven goes and asks Sophie, hey Sophie, can I have a word with you? Can we have a conversation? Sophie, who is a single lady, when a man approaches you as a single lady and you are looking into dating, you normally say, yeah, let's have a conversation. So Sophie was like, okay, I am totally down for having a conversation with you. They go aside, and guess what they do? They flirt, okay? Sophie goes out and asking Jven, are you solid in your relationship? Jven goes, oh no, I'm not. Right now, I am not in a position to say I am 100% solid in my relationship. Sophie kind of giggles, and her giggle, I am not happy with how Sophie is giggling. But let me tell you, Sophie is also going in flirting. In the whole bar, the most two people who were laughing the loudest was definitely Jven and Sophie. And guess what? This whole entire time, Katisha, who happens to be Jven's fiance, was totally uncomfortable. Understandable. I would totally be uncomfortable as well. So, later on in the night, Katisha made it known that she felt uncomfortable with Jven chatting with Sophie, but Jven dismisses her, and guess what he says? He's like, listen, I'm going back to party with my boys. And this is when Katisha says, I am tired, I am going to bed. Jven left Katisha, his fiancée, crying and tears, and goes back to Paris. Well, now this is where our girl Megan comes in. Megan tells us that actually Jven went back to have unfinished conversation with the other woman. They say he was all over Anu, Yolanda, and Sophie. He and Sophie also went to the photo booth. Okay, in his defense, there was no kitten and the photo booth, so nothing, absolutely nothing that they did that was inappropriate. To leave your fiance in the house crying in tears and go to hang out with the other ladies, according to Jven, that's not bad. It's not bad. Jven, it's horrible. It's horrible. Someone needs to tell you. Someone needs to tell you, bro, it's horrible. As soon as Katisha finds out all the information from Megan, she therefore made a decision to write Jven a letter and also leave his ring behind. I guess this was Katisha's way of ending that shameless relationship she had with Jven. I'm like, good for you, girl. Good for you. It was long overdue, okay? Up next, we have Carl and Shova. Now, initially, this was my favorite couple, but as soon as Carl told Shova that she is not his usual type, I saw cracks there. I saw cracks right there and then. Now, these two have not been having so much drama, except the fact that Sharova's mom has been busting her phone with texts saying that she is absolutely not happy with this experience that Shova has signed up for. She also emphasizes that she has not signed up for any of this process. Regardless of their minor issues, Carl takes Shova home to meet his family. Now, whilst Shova went out there, or rather went to meet up with Carl's family, she was most likely received well by Carl's grandmother and Carl's mom. They also complimented our girl Shova that she looks absolutely stunning. I wish I could say the same thing about Carl's brother. Carl's brother was totally the opposite. He says that he does not see this relationship working out past this experience. He says that if he has to put his life on the bait, if he has to bait with his life, he will definitely say that Carl will definitely not say I do in the altar. So this makes me wonder, will Carl and Shova get married at the end of the experience? Nonetheless, Shova still organized for Carl to meet up with her mom and her sister. Of course, Carl was extremely nervous at first. He could not even form a sentence. I mean, it's expected when you're going to meet your fiance's parents for the first time. It's absolutely expected for you to be nervous. Sharova's mom asked Carl, why you picked my daughter. Of course, Carl said, we have so many things in common. We share these same values when it comes to family, and I must say that you raised your daughter very well. Big ups to you for that, which I felt like it was super, super, super awkward. But as soon as Sharova stood up for Carl and say, Ma, you need to trust me in knowing that I am well capable in making my own decisions, and I date who I want to date, and you need to support me. She also states that in the past she has been dating guys that she thinks her family will be okay with her dating. She says this time around she is taking a leap of faith in just trusting her emotions and her feelings, that whatever that she and Kyle have is strong enough to sustain both of them. Now, as soon as Kyle heard that Sasharova can actually defend him, now this man started to gain his confidence back and start to talk like a normal human being. Honestly, I think these two are absolutely wonderful. I do wish that they could really get married and have a beautiful life together, but the chances of that happening is like zero, based on what Carl's brother has told us about Carl's preferences and Carl absolutely not getting married to an Indian lady. Up next, we have Bill and Ashley. What happened to Bill and Ashley? I do not know. They were fine. They were good. Ashley even took Bill to meet her father. She does say that her father has never met up with her boyfriends before. So Bill is actually the first ever guy to meet up with Ashley's father. Ashley does say that actually we are not just dating, but we are engaged to be married. This, of course, does shock the father, because he does say this is definitely out of the norm. Normally, people meet, they date before they can even organize a marriage or a wedding. But of course, Ashley's father says, I support you, my daughter. As long as you're happy, I am happy with you. Now problems started when they had to do grocery shopping. Grocery shopping can start problems in a relationship. This was my first ever time seeing such, okay? So, apparently, Bill is super strict with the food. He is on a diet, a strict diet. And this somehow makes Ashley feel uncomfortable, which I feel you, my girl. I feel you. I would definitely be uncomfortable as well, should I have been in your position, because Bill says that you cannot even have a super goody cupboard. Who will live their life without having good access to things that makes them happy? For instance, if you love eating chocolates every now and then, if you love eating sweets, this and that every now and then, but Billy says no. He has to do this for his military, because he also teaches or preaches to the military boys that they should always and forever eat healthy, and he feel like he should exercise what he preach. I'm like, what? So you are expecting your partner to be in a super strict diet with you because you are also in this? Like, I don't know. This is a lot. It's a lot, honestly, Billy. And based on that, Billy then goes on to tell Aishi that he is actually 50-50, going into the wedding. He feels like he's 50% to say no and 50% to say yes, based on the fact that Ashley is a flight attendant, and not only she is a flight attendant, she also would not be able to adapt to Billy's lifestyle, which Billy's lifestyle is super strict, controlled diet. And I'm like, Ashley, my girl, you already skinny. I don't want to sound bad, but definitely Ashley will not be able to survive such a super strict diet implemented by Billy. And I'm like, girl, if you want to walk away right now, I would definitely support you walking away from Billy, because he is absolutely being ridiculous. But Ashley, my girl, is like, no, I want to get married. And we talked about my career. And Billy's like, no, we did not. We just said we're just going to go through it. And really, I'm looking for stability. I'm looking for someone who's always home. I want to come back. I want to always and forever go back to my wife. Ashley is ready to quit her job for you, and you are ready to break her heart. Like, this is a disaster awaiting to happen. Definitely, these two are not getting married. Definitely not. Megan and Kieran, honestly, they are good. They are one great couple, which I truly believe in them, and I truly believe that they are most likely to get married amongst this other couple, except the fact that they just keep on sticking their nose in other people's business. I still feel like Megan shouldn't have told Katisha. It was perhaps not her place. So guess what Jven does, okay? Jven calls out Megan and be like, listen, let's talk about it. You said you saw me messing up with some few other ladies. Let's talk about it. Of course, Jven does what he does the best, which is deny. He denies everything. And of course, Megan feels gaslighted by Jven, and this makes her to break down and cry. Otherwise, I honestly feel like if there is one couple who is most likely to walk down the aisle with an I do, it is Megan and Kieran. They could disappoint me. I hope and pray not. They are good. They have not had major arguments and major fights. They are definitely one of the most strongest couple we have this season. Anyway, this definitely does bring me to the end of this review. If you did like and enjoy this review, you will give this video a huge thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one, when of course I'm bringing you more reviews. Till then, please do stay blessed, and I love you. I will see you on the next one.